Are you ready?
Wally has played George Michael again on Sports Chat with Neil and Wally.
Use the word jetapult. It's actually a word people don't realize.
Hey, little curveball. Got my fingers on the seams right there. This is Dog Days of Summer. Dog Days of Summer. What is that?
Beat up Bulldog Johnny stole his belt and put it on.
Roll across a spidget.
A spidget.
That is Loretta Lynn, the late Loretta Lynn.
No longer with us. Classic.
Man,
Classic.
she was incredible, buddy.
And, how old did they say she was? 94?
94, I think is what they
94.
said. Yeah. Lived a good life.
Yeah, she did. She did. And that's incredible right there.
Yeah.
That's truly, you can say you lost a legend, but we truly lost a legend.
Yeah, you're
Loretta
right.
Lynn, but anyway, welcome to the October 9th edition of Sports Chat with Neil and Wally, and as is every week, we are so humbled that you're tuning in to watch our show. And
Thank you.
Well, the pumpkins and the pumpkin spices are everywhere. Do you like pumpkin spice stuff?
Does a cat have a climbing gear?
You do like it?
I like 'em, man. Hey, man, like anything pumpkin, man. Anything pumpkin. You know, my mom makes good pumpkin pie and stuff. Oh, I love pumpkin.
I'm not a pumpkin spice anything. I don't want pumpkins in. Look at the pumpkin spice Charmin. That's good,
good.
Nate. I don't want pumpkin spice in my stuff, man. I don't really even like pumpkin pie. Now I might take one bite of Michelle's because she likes pumpkin pie, but just one bite's enough. One bite's enough. I don't want a whole piece of pie or pumpkin. I just don't like pumpkin, man. But man, heck, it'll be Halloween and then Thanksgiving. Before you know it, it'll be Christmas and the holiday season. It just seems to always go so fast, the fall and the holiday season. To me, it just
goes
you know,
overtime.
summer's so long and hot, but once the holiday season kicks in, it just seems like it's, I guess maybe because football season's going too, but you know, it's like you have the Charles Henderson homecoming parade, then you got the Troy homecoming parade, then you got the Christmas parade, and boom, it's over, man. It's time to start a new year.
Yeah, hey, well, speaking of parades, man, what do you think we need to do this year for Christmas parade? I was thinking maybe this time let's just get on your Bronco and just
go through a sports
just
chat.
go through a sports chat, and we'll do a GoFundMe page for gas because gas is so expensive. GoFundMe Sports Chat with Neil and Wally just to participate in the parades. What about that?
Yeah, the Bronco don't get good gas mileage.
No, it doesn't. But that'd be pretty cool. I don't know. I mean,
That's a thought.
historically, folks, we dress up and have a good time with it. But
Yeah.
we could throw a curveball in there
and just be a entry this time, and just be a sports chat entry.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take a year off from dressing up.
Well, we'll see about it. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
I'll let you handle all that, man.
All right,
You need to figure all that out. But whatever it is, I know we talked about this the last couple of years, and we hadn't been able to do it. But whatever we do, I want to also be in the Brundage Christmas Parade and the Goshen Christmas Parade.
Okay. Well, that'd be an easy fit, man. All we got to do is just, like I said, just take the Bronco and do that. Yeah.
Yeah. But let's get 3 Christmas parades this year.
Let's do it, man. I like a bell ring on that one,
I
man.
do too, man.
Speaking of bell ring, what about Brian Harson? Is he still around? You know?
Well, I hadn't heard, but no news is good news, I guess. I'm beginning to lean towards it happening faster than I originally thought. I think he's probably a pretty good coach. He just don't fit at Auburn. He got in bad with the boosters. They tried to kick him out, and just a terrible fit at Auburn. Don't you think he's just a bad fit?
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, he won out there at them other schools. I mean, he's probably a pretty good coach. It's just a terrible fit.
Terrible fit. Yeah, you know, and I truly believed after the showing he did at Georgia yesterday that they were going to leave him at the stadium.
Leave him in Athens?
Leave him in Athens. You know, stuff like that's happened for poor old Lane Kiffin.
On the tarmac.
On tarmac, he had a Pee Wee Herman hitchhiking bum out there.
That really happened.
How would you just leave a human being out on the tarmac?
He got fired on the tarmac.
On the tarmac, said, good luck.
He had to call somebody to come get him.
Yes, that actually happened, man.
Yeah. Well, heck, man, you know, something back to Auburn and Harson. Man, it was 0-0 at the end of the first quarter, Wally. At the end of the first quarter, 0-0. But when it went south, It went south, brother. Georgia scored 42 points in 3 quarters of football against Auburn. Final was 42-10 over there in Athens. Look, if they fire Harsin, who are they going after? Who's out there? What are we doing?
Well, I got a few names on my show notes that
Go ahead.
Deion Sanders, however, he about beat up the Alabama State
He just
coach
almost got in
yesterday.
a fight with Alabama State.
So he's probably out. But here's some good ones.
All right.
Hugh Freeze,
Yeah.
Ed Orgeron,
Yeah.
Kevin Steele,
Yeah.
Bill Clark, and what about Jamie Chadwell over Coastal Carolina? That's a hot commodity over
That
there.
Joker's undefeated right now again.
I think all of them would do a lot better job and be a better fit than Harsin. That's just me. No.
Yeah, out of those names you just mentioned, and those, that's a good list. That's a good list because it's going to be one of those, isn't it? I bet you it is. Out of those names, I'm leaning towards, and it's just Neil pick now, just Neil picking. They never hire who I want, ever. They never hire who I want, but I like. It would come down to Hugh Freeze or Bill Clark for me. I mean, they hired Bruce Pearl to coach basketball. Look at all the baggage he was bringing. Tons of baggage, and look how that turned out. He's turned out great.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not cheating anymore. He's turned it into a great program. After all that scandal at Tennessee, he came with all that baggage. Turned out great.
Mm.
So why not give Freeze a try with all his baggage that he stirred up at Ole Miss? You know what? I mean, he had trouble. He had trouble. But the guy can coach. And Bill Clark, man, you talking about being proven. This guy was winning conference championships the year after they killed the program. This guy can coach, man.
But don't he have back issues or health issues?
He stepped down at UAB for back issues, health issues. But now I'm reading he's had the surgery and everything's much better. He's had back surgery, and who knows? He might take another job, But he was in excruciating pain, and so they did that. But
Well, you talking about baggage. What about the guy that was in Arkansas that had the motorcycle wreck?
Patino. Yeah, Petrino.
Okay, him, the motorcycle. You talking about baggage? He had a lot of baggage. Didn't they try to go after him years ago?
Yeah, they did.
Fired up the jet. to go
Before
get
the
him?
baggage.
Before the baggage.
That was before the baggage when they fired up the jet.
He could be a good one.
I'm trying to think, where is he? He's coaching right
He's
now.
in Sunbelt somewhere, I think.
Sunbelt?
I think so.
No, he's not Sunbelt. He's in American Conference.
American Conference.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll see how all that unfolds. And it's really like a good television show. You think about it. I mean, it's lunch talk. You always hear everybody talking about it.
Yeah.
Watching what is going on over there in
Yeah.
Auburn. And anyway, we'll see how that all plays.
Another really good crowd over at Troy yesterday at the Troy game, and Michelle and I had a blast over there. We always do. It's always better when Troy wins.
Oh, yeah.
And they won yesterday. But speaking of Michelle, my wife, I want to go ahead and wish her an early happy birthday. She turns 27 tomorrow, and if y'all see her around tomorrow, wish her a happy birthday. My beautiful wife's happy birthday tomorrow.
Man, heck yeah. Happy early
October
birthday.
the 10th.
October 10th. That's good. Well, speaking about going over to the vet, of course, I saw y'all there at Stadium Club, and we ate and had a good time. Kind of disappointed in the students, though, man. They left in the fourth quarter.
They left after halftime.
Hey, I'm just tell you, I need to step it up now. I'm telling you. I mean, we
Sound like Saban getting after them.
I know. I hate to get after them, but I mean, you can't lead when you got that good of a program and that good of a team. Especially I say Southern Miss is a quality team opponent that comes to your backyard. It's probably better if you stay the whole game. I mean, that's just Wallace speaking there. But anyway, Trojans toppled Southern Miss 27-10, and it was a great crowd.
It was a good crowd.
Good times for sure. Troy has now won, baby. 1, 2, 3, 3 in a row.
Yeah.
And the team really seems to be playing hard for Coach Summerall.
That right there, Wally, what you just said, I think that's a huge factor in coaching. It kind of gets thrown around. They're playing hard, but that right there is for real.
Yeah.
That's for real. Getting those kids to believe in you, talking about Coach Summerall, and play for you, talking about Coach Summerall, You see, for the most part, Wally, for the most part, those are the same kids from last year.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the same Troy Trojans from last year, minus one or two transferred out and graduated. The difference is they believe in Coach Summerall. They lay it on the line for Coach Summerall, and the bottom line is they play harder than they did last year.
How you like Dogecoin? How you like him?
You talking about Jared Dagey?
Yeah, or Dorgy.
We had two nasty interceptions,
Yeah.
but he led them to victory with some really good throws.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
coming around.
Yeah.
But anyway, just watch them. It shows they do hustle on the field by all means,
Yeah.
and also they're playing cleaner. You don't see all these personal fouls we have been accustomed to in the past 3
Oh,
years.
don't it? Isn't it nice?
It's real nice.
It's nice not to have those personal fouls. And again, talking about Troy, not the prettiest win. But look what happened to Alabama. They didn't have a pretty win either.
Oof.
They got by Texas A&M. Several turnovers
Man.
and a backup quarterback. But it wasn't the prettiest, but they got the W. They got the W.
Well, Neil, I'm going to tell you, man. I know a lot of folks are now questioning Alabama, but I think
It's all over social media.
Oh yeah, they just got bumped down to number 3. I don't know if you saw that.
I
there,
saw
third.
it. I'm thinking the same thing.
But I think they played through some severe adversity yesterday and found a way to
Absolutely.
win. I mean, it showed character.
Yeah.
You think about it. You're playing a hated team
Yeah.
that beat you last year, embarrassed you
Yeah.
in front of the whole nation.
Yeah.
You got two coaches at each other's throat.
Yeah.
You want to go out there like Popeye, eat spinach and bust her chops.
Yeah.
Instead, you're winging on a 2-second
Last play.
last play of the game.
Hey, it's a W.
Didn't see that coming.
It's
but
a W. It's a W. I'm telling you, I like what you said, man. When Milroe's turning that ball over like that creates adversity. And it puts a lot of pressure on the defense. It puts a lot of pressure on the offensive line. A lot of adversity. And what you just said, the character that those kids presented to be able to get out of there with a W with all them turnovers, that was big time.
I didn't get to see the majority game because I was at the Troy game. But
Yeah.
did it rain in Tuscaloosa yesterday?
No, it didn't rain.
There was a lot
It ain't rained in 3 weeks, man.
there was a lot of turnovers. But anyway, folks, man, we got such a great show lined up for y'all tonight. Stay tuned with us after Neil tells everybody who our commercial sponsors are, because we do have some new commercials.
We do got some new commercials, though, and they're good ones, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Got a lot of conversation on social media. We've already posted them on Twitter.
From snake bite to hunting on somebody's land.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Old Barn Restaurant in Goshen, Alabama, the Pig Cafe, Hook's Barbecue, Troy Eye Care, Glow Boutique on the Square, Piggly Wigglies of Troy, Turner Mowing, Deep South Apparel in Montgomery, and a new one, PLS Surveying, the UPS Store, Road Mart, Jones Medical Supply, the Alabama Real Estate Connection, Severa Ralph Baker Hastings and Reeves, attorneys at law, Southern Grill and Patio, Bill Jackson Ford and Chevy, Tyler Transport Trucking, and another new one, A1 Services, Heating and Cooling with Mr. Terry Moats, Southern Animal Hospital and Pet Resort, Crow's Chicken of Brundage with Miss Patsy Gibson, Eddie Billings Dentistry in Laverne, Max Credit Union, Stone Cold Heating and Cooling with Mr. Matt Johnson, Sorrell College of Business, The Crease Agency, All-Star Collision with Mr. Derek Bell, Preston Steakhouse, Alabama Restoration, and last but not least, had it for lunch today, Firehouse Subs. Hey, we got a good, like Wally said, we got a good show planned for you. Stick around. We'll be right back. Watch these new commercials. Hey.
Mr. Neal, is this the crazy guy that does the sports show with you?
Yes, it is. Wally, what are you doing up here at Globe? How long has he been up here?
He's been up here for like an hour, and he hasn't moved, and he's scaring all the customers.
Wally, I know you said you were going to Globe to get Holly a birthday present, but you're taking this a little bit to extremes, don't you think? Acting like a mannequin? We're going to have to call the law. Come to Globe for all your needs up on the square. Globe Boutique. 3, 2. Man, what kind of call is that? Are you kidding me? The ball bounced in front of the plate.
All right, he's out of there, baby.
What in the world? You can't see nothing. I'm over here. Over here. What? The ball
right down the
bounced in front
middle.
of the plate. Man, he needs to go to Troy Eye Care, 566-7172, and get those eyes checked immediately.
Oh, man.
Wally, what are you doing at the UPS store?
My printer is jammed, man. I got to do 2,000 copies for the Penske file.
Well, why even worry with that little bitty printer and print one at a time, man? You're gonna run out of ink. Look, UPS store does mass printing. They can print 2,000 or 3,000 copies, cheap, fast, and efficient. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, why even mess with it? Come to the UPS store on Brothers Street. UPS store, all your printing needs.
Man, did you see the size of that crowd, man?
Man, the Pompadour's that big down here, dude.
I don't know what it is, man. It must be these shirts.
Oh, yeah.
They like these shirts, man. Deep South Apparel, Pete Van Horn in Montgomery.
And heck yeah, man, they even go good, even salt water they can
Salt water fishing. Deep South Apparel in Montgomery. Call Pete Van Horn.
Man, I'm out here at Firehouse Subs in Troy, and I ordered me a sandwich on my app. Best sandwiches in town, Firehouse Subs, Troy, Alabama. Wally, what are you doing? What are you doing up here at Firehouse?
Neil, they said for a fireman get free subs, man.
They don't get free subs. Firemen get discounts.
Oh, discounts.
But they know you're not a fireman.
Yeah.
Come on, I ordered on my app. It was super easy. I'll pay for yours. Come on in. What are you doing with the hose? What are you doing with the hose? So nice. Welcome to Firehouse in Troy. Come see them. Best subs in town.
These teenage years can be tricky to navigate, especially when it comes to teaching my son about managing money. I'm thankful for helpful tools like Sidekick from Max. With Sidekick, requesting and rewarding money is easy. He can earn it by completing chores, making honor roll, or simply making a request from his own app. I love that I can easily monitor his purchases and set limits to help him learn to make smart choices with his spending, even on video games. Sidekick. Find it in your Max app.
Hey, Wally. Why in the world you got all these fans in the window, man?
Man, I was cooking a mess of chitlins and about burned my house down, man. My whole house smells like chitlins.
What is it, smoky in there?
Yes.
And you
These
try-
fans are going to help, I think.
The fans are not going to get the smoke damage out of your kitchen. You're going to have to call Alabama Restoration, 371-5591. Alabama Restoration. No mess is too big, especially not a little smoke damage in Wally's kitchen cooking his chitlins. Call them at Alabama Restoration. Madonna? On Sports Chat with Neil and Wally, you played Madonna? That's got to be a request from Ben Dunn. Diamond Rings. Kara, Joel.
No, somebody was just saying, y'all never played girl songs. And I'm like, yeah, we do.
Girls, that is a girl song.
Girl song. There
We
you
play
go.
Stevie Nicks and
Yeah.
we play girl songs.
I just had a mix up of Madonna.
Okay.
I'm a closet Madonna fan. I
Yeah,
always liked
yeah,
Madonna.
yeah. And I also, before we get on to the Facebook funnies, I need to formally apologize to Chris Uner for yelling out on live TV. There's a clock on the TV.
Oh, yeah.
Why does he want me to call the timeout? And there was no clock on the TV. I needed to be telling everybody what the time left in the quarter was, and I didn't know I needed to be telling everybody that. So thank you, Chris, for alerting us to that, so that I could start telling everybody what type of time was left in the game.
Yeah, because he pulled up, we were eating one
Yeah.
afternoon. He said, Wally, he said, I love you and Neil's show when y'all do the football, but can y'all put the time clock on there? And I'm like, Chris, I think it's on there.
I did too. Well, they got all them gadgets and gadgets going on the bottom of the screen. I just figured the clock was on there. I think it has been on there in the past.
Hey, don't get us wrong, man. Dustin, them, they
Oh,
do an
yeah.
excellent job.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and hey, I got to give a shout out to Dustin.
Yeah.
He had to do 2 games in one time.
Sitting at the top of the Eufaula
You
press
follow.
box.
Dustin, I don't know if you watched the show tonight, bud, but Nate B, please sure tell him, man. A+ on your job Friday night. It was great. And we'll get in that later, but I had a lot of people say, man, y'all, that was such a good production.
Yeah.
Me and Neil just up there yapping. It's all behind the scenes
Yeah.
who does the stuff. But anyway,
Yeah.
what about the Facebook?
Let's move on to the Facebook funnies. You got them, Nate? It's 9 p.m. Good for you. Is 9 p.m. good for you? Me. That's me nowadays, man. I'm in the bed. I done got to go to bed at 9:15.
Crab?
My wife left her purse on a chair, and now it won't stop telling me to bring it Han Solo.
That doesn't like Jabba the
Looks like
Hutt,
Jabba
man.
the Hutt for sure, man. I think we got a pretty good chance this season. The average hunter is getting older, and millennials are not interested anymore.
You know what,
That's
man?
pretty good stuff,
Nate, I
man.
forgot to send Nate.
You had one?
Man, let me tell you.
Save it for next week.
Well, I got to set it up for next week.
Okay.
I don't know if everybody watched, and we talked about this on Going to Eufaula the other day, but there was worldwide, all around the globe, these two cheaters,
The bass team.
the bass team
bass
that was
catchers.
fishing and sticking weights in there, and there were memes everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And these guys were holding up just these gigantic weights of fish, just grinning from ear to ear.
Been winning all these tournaments.
Golly, man. Did
Think
you
about
see
all,
that?
Think about all the money they won up over the last couple of years.
Unbelievable, man. They gutted those fish. I don't know if you seen them, but they gutted those fish and pulled out weights. They
Fish
even
weights.
stuck it in fillets and
Yeah.
stuck it down their mouth.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Oh man, think about all the money they got from sponsors
Sponsors.
for winning tournaments. You know, because when you start winning tournaments, you start picking up sponsors. They were putting weights in the fish.
Well, I saw on Fox News the DA in that county was like, "Hey, we about to press
Put some legal charges.
criminal charges on that."
Gotcha.
But anyway, all right, let's go on with things around
Yeah.
the local here. We had
A what?
plethora.
A plethora.
A plethora. Is that another you throw a Wally
No,
Wally
I
in there?
thought when I put that in there, I thought surely he'd say plethora, not palathra. Plethora, folks.
A plethora of college offers.
Several.
This week.
Several.
A rainbow of college offers this week. Fulton University visited the campus Charles Henderson and handed out several offers. Offensive lineman Connor Jones, defensive back Mario Davenport, quarterback Parker Adams, linebacker Quay Scott, and offensive lineman Philip Scott. Faulkner had previously offered linebackers Damian Hart and Tillery from Goshen as well as a few weeks ago.
Hey,
So,
we
man,
talking about scholarships.
but let me tell you something, man. When you get money to come, oh, here we go.
Here we go. Let's see who this is. Could be Amy Chandler from the barn. She's been texting me mad that I won't take her call. Sports Chat with Neil and Wally, you're live on the air.
What's happening, fellas?
Man, you're late tonight. What's going
That
on?
didn't sound like him.
No, that's not Amy. No. What's going on, brother?
It's not Amy, no.
Okay. All right. We thought you might be Amy Chandler, the owner of the old barn in Goshen.
No, not me.
All right. What you got on your mind tonight?
Not a thing, just getting that over, still trying to get over homecoming from Friday night.
Boy, y'all had a big bash, man. It was all day long, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. They thought, I'm going to tell you something. We went out, me and my dad, this is no lie, we went out to the store Friday morning at 7 o'clock, got us a drink, and they was already folks lining up behind the high school tailgate.
Whew. Good gravy. They were ready, weren't they?
I heard you rolled somebody's yard. Was that true?
No.
Did you use your own toilet paper?
Somebody's yard on my, somebody's house on my yard, on my street though got rolled, though, I will tell you that.
Whew. Did it all blow down on y'all's yard?
No.
Okay.
It was up the hill. We in the bottom of the hill.
I got you.
But we played Providence Christian, and they gave us their best shot Friday night. I mean, they came in with a real tight running type of offense, and only scored was on a trick play. Is what they really scored on. We started out a little sluggish, and I get it because it's homecoming. But then we settled in and just went to business and took care of business. And y'all's buddy Ian Foster sealed the game in the first half with a 100-yard pick six.
Woo! Right down on the goal line.
Yep.
I heard that.
And also too, I want to give I don't know if y'all seen the thing I sent y'all or not, but now that it's now official, I can now officially say that we have a video screen in
called it.
Stadium now.
Man,
I said a jumbotron last week. I like it. I got to come down there and see it.
And it's got all kind of different gadgets on it. They do all different kind of things with that thing. I mean,
Oh, it's amazing. All them things.
They got advertisements on it, everything. I mean, it was a new addition, and it was unveiled this past weekend, and I think it was a real good success. Everybody I've talked to says they have liked it.
Okay. Well, tell me, if I'm in the press box, where is it located? Which way do I need to look?
If you're in the press box, just look on top of the scoreboard.
On top of the scoreboard. I got
But
you.
there's two scoreboards down there, John.
To the left?
No, it's on the right down there on the scoreboard.
Okay. All right.
It's up above the scoreboard. We got an off week this week, but I'm probably gonna sneak on down to Op Friday night and do a Houston Academy scouting, if you know what I mean.
I got you. Hey, that'll help out Coach Hertz all you can, man. That's what you're for.
Yeah, because that game's gonna be that's gonna be a humdinger, especially if Op beats Houston Academy. We
So-
still got a shot at maybe.
I was just fixing to ask you that question. Give us a rundown on the region real quick. Where's everybody stand?
Well, Op and HA are the two top dogs in the region, and Strawn's 3 and we're 4. But
Okay.
if everything falls into place and we win next Friday night, which is our next game against Daleville, we make the playoffs. If we beat Houston Academy after Op does, then that sets up a 3-way tie for second, third, and fourth.
But the whole gist of the question I asked you about how's the region coming out is it looks like y'all are in.
Yes.
That's right. That's what I'm
Right
talking
now
about.
we're setting at four, but if we beat Daleville next Friday night, it's official. We'll make the playoffs for the first time in 2 years.
I feel like it's going to happen.
Yeah,
don't
it's
you?
going to happen. The big coach, it's going to happen.
Well, Coach Bulldog, thank you for calling, man. You have a
Like y'all said, and to reiterate what you said earlier before I hang up, you said that Troy's guys have started believing in Coach Summerall. Well, that's the same way with us. I mean, last year we didn't win a game, and look at him. They've started believing in Coach Hurt. We're sitting 5-2 right now. Could be at a good spot for the playoffs, and don't. And like they said on the radio last Wednesday night, I wouldn't want to play us in the playoffs if I was any of those teams.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't.
Hungry team. Hungry
Well, I
team.
was going to tell y'all before I hang up, if y'all ain't busy, Friday night in a couple of weeks, y'all come down to Brundage when we play Houston Academy. We'd be glad to have y'all and be glad to show y'all the new screen down there.
Man, we will look at and see if our calendar will work it in, man.
Yeah. Hey, Johnny, before you go, man, what's the problem with you picking pizzas, man? This is the first year you've never won a pizza.
Are you going to get one?
I don't know. I didn't eat no Marco's pizza the other day, but I ate a pizza the other day, but it wasn't a Marco's pizza.
But we're talking.
I guess I jinxed myself when I ate that pizza the other day.
You probably did. I just know every year you normally win one.
You're one of the few that are the back-to-back winners in the history of this program.
Yeah. I was the first ever 2-time winner on the
You were, but man,
sure
you
were.
stinking it up this year, brother.
Yeah, you need to get it together these last couple of weeks.
I am. I really am.
It's going to be tough this week.
Woo-wee.
It's going to be tough this week, too.
Yep.
Diamond Dave
All right,
Hennigan this
guys,
year.
We'll holler at y'all next week, and I'll give y'all a rundown the following week from our Daleville game if I don't get to call in next week.
Man, I appreciate you, Bulldog. Give us a call, okay?
All right.
See you, bud. Bulldog Johnny calling in from the land of Pike County. Like that. Hey, I know you talking about them recruiting trips from Faulkner, man, but we also had some guys on recruiting trips yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that.
And here are 3 Trojans visiting UAB yesterday, and I'm going to go from left to right there. Philip Scott, Zach Coleman, and Connor Jones. Man, I bet they had a fun trip, man.
Man.
UAB up in Birmingham. UAB won big yesterday. That had to have been a fun trip right there, man. But moving on a little bit, how about a little volleyball real quick?
Yeah.
Volleyball, Charles Henderson split a doubleheader on Monday with Ayrton and Dale County, which is not bad. You can get a split. They also competed again this weekend, but didn't do very well. Most all the starters had the old flu bug, so didn't get to play. Even the senior girls on their last game didn't get to play because they were sick, which really hurt some feelings.
Bad.
But hey, that's the way it is, man. The old flu bug's going around.
Well, Pike Liberal also had some volleyball matches this past week. They fell to Carroll late in the week, but earlier in the week they swept Barber County on senior night, buddy.
Yeah. Old volleyball's winding down,
Yeah,
man.
it
Or
is.
we might as well say wound down.
Wound.
And everybody's getting ready for the playoffs, and we'll try to get those tournament brackets out there on social media, on Facebook and Twitter, and also the state playoffs when that rolls around, because I know that's important to a lot of people. And
now for the game recaps. But before we do the game
I think so.
recaps, I think we
Yeah.
need to take this next commercial break so I
Yeah,
can
we got-
have a plethora.
a plethora.
Plethora.
Say it, Wally, ready?
Plethora.
Plethora.
We'll have a rainbow of games to talk about. Watch this commercial. We'll be right back.
Rainbow. We'll be back.
Hey, Wally, what you got us out here in this field for? Neil, I finally bought a brand new boat. A boat, man. Show it to me. Look at that. What? Got it on Facebook. Facebook? Yes, sir. The USS Alabama. Alabama? Yes, I gotta get some insurance. Well, you're gonna need to call the grease agency. They sell insurance on everything. How you gonna get it back to Troy? You got a trailer, don't you? I don't got a trailer. I hope you didn't buy any beachfront property in Arizona on Facebook. Call the grease agency for all your insurance needs. Look at this, what we got, Sully. What are you doing, Wally? Man, our game warden gave me a ticket, Bill. Game warden gave you a ticket? Are you hunting on the right property? Well, I thought this was my property right here, man. Do you know where the lines are? Not really. Man, you need to contact the PLS group. They do all the land surveying you need. If you're building a house, building property, marking property, you're hunting land so you know where to go. PLS group, 403-4234. Give them a call. Do I get a get out of jail free card? No, you don't get a get out of jail free card.
Man, what in the world? You just ain't T-bone me right here. What in the heck? Playing with fidget spinner?
Wally, did you have a wreck?
Mr. Wally?
Man, this girl right here playing with this fidget spinner, texting on the phone and T-bone me right here in the parking lot. I was about to go pay my speeding ticket.
Right here at the police station?
Yeah.
Well, luckily at the police station, we can just call All-Star Collision 808-8822. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm sorry. Can I have the fidget spinner back?
Yeah, you can have
Please,
it.
Mr. Martin.
All she's worried about is a fidget spinner. Call All-Star Collision for all your accidents. 808-8822.
You gained donuts?
Oh man, what a nice day with the windows down. Yeah, cruising right along, man. Just running around Troy. Hey man, what's that smell? What do you mean? That's Hook's barbecue, man.
Oh, that's
Hooks?
Hook?
Oh, I'm going to Hook's, brother. Oh my God, hold on! Good Lord, what in the world? Hooks, baby. Good Lord, help us all. He about killed us. Good gracious.
Neil, call Jason Jones.
What is it?
Out of oxygen, man.
Out of oxygen? You got your snorkeling device right there. What do you mean you're out of oxygen?
Oh, all this is to show people where you are, man.
What's that? Why you can breathe through that?
I need to call Jason.
Unbelievable. Jason, can you bring some oxygen from Jones Medical Supply down to St. Andrews State Park at the Jetties? Wally needs some oxygen. Call Jason Jones for all your oxygen needs.
Moving on up to the big time.
What's going on, Monopoly man?
Oh man, Neil, I have
You got money going everywhere.
I have bought up every bit of Troy, Alabama, but I'm missing a few spots right down here. Who can I call?
Man, you need to call Toby and Dina Adams at the Alabama Real Estate Connection. They'll let you finish buying all of Troy and Pike County. They're the best agents in town. They will work the hardest to get you the best deal. Give them a call, 566-4765. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Hey, they're dealing at the Alabama Real Estate Connection. Hey, what's going on today?
Mr. Joe, do you know this guy? He comes here every day for breakfast and lunch.
This guy over here?
Yes.
Unfortunately, I do know him.
Man, look at the size of this chicken right here, man.
Oh my God, Wally, how many days in a row have you eaten here?
Every day, bro.
Come out to the Pig Cafe Monday through Friday, breakfast and lunch. The biggest cat head biscuits for breakfast and the crispiest fried chicken for lunch. Come out to the Pig Cafe.
Oh man, I love Midnight Star.
Midnight Star? Yeah. It's not Midnight Star. Commodores. Boy, you said two good ones that could have been, but that was Cool in the Gang, man.
Cool in the Gang.
Cool in the Gang. Yeah. Before we took a break, and what year you think that we were talking off air? 84, 85?
84, 85-ish, maybe.
Cool in the Gang, get down on it?
Yeah.
I think we'll look it up, but I think that's about right. If anybody knows when Get Down on It was a hit, text us.
Don't ask James Sparrow because he'll say he was 2 years old.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's talk
Yeah.
about the football game. See
Yeah.
who's going to be our player of the week this week.
right.
Let's talk about a good game first. Luverne at Goshen. And man,
Okay.
it was good. It was the other sister game on TC2.
Yeah.
Two sides went in the fourth quarter, y'all. Listen to this, 21-21. But Luverne's 4-yard touchdown running the late contest ended up the game winner. However, Goshen's final 4 drives, listen to this, I don't know
Go
if you
ahead.
knew this. And I know Coach, Sergeant Major Snyder was talking about Saturday morning. Their last 4 drives, Goshen lost an interception, a fumble, a punt, and turned the ball over on downs.
Yeah.
And, man, they had a great game going. Goshen put up 323 yards against Luverne.
But on the flip side, you got to pat Laverne on the back and say, hey, man, that's 4 good defensive series.
You're not kidding.
So, it's just a heck of a game.
Yeah. Luverne had 250 on the ground, but listen to this. Luverne rolled up 294 yards
He's got
against.
to get down on it right here.
down.
I can't read it. It's too small, Nate. What year is it?
1981.
1981. Yeah, 81,
man. I
man.
was 2 years old then. How old are you?
81, I was 11.
I was 10 because I was born in 71. Good gracious. Okay.
Thank you, Nate.
Thanks, Nate.
Yep.
But anyway, Luverne rolled up 294 yards and with a total of 377 yards.
That was a heck of a football game.
Exactly. McClure led Goshen with 125 yards and 2 touchdowns on 12 carries, as well as Andrews. He rushed for 123 yards and a touchdown on 10 carries. McClure earned 6 tackles on defense and returned 2 punts for 68 yards. Tyler McClendon caught 2 passes for 83 yards, as well as Stamey completed 3 for 12 attempts on 83 yards, but had an interception.
Okay.
All right, Pike County versus Providence, which you heard Bulldog talk about. Pike County totaled 345 yards with 213 on the ground. Nemo Williams, he had his career high, 174 yards on 19 carries. That's pretty good.
We watched him earlier against Highland Home when he played for Pike Live. He's impressive.
Very impressive.
He's at the running back position. I know he plays other spots too, but at the running back position, he's impressive.
Very impressive. Hobley had 31 yards on 4 carries. Barrow had 6 for 11 for 132 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ian Foster had 3 catches for 58 yards and then a TD, pick 6, and he also had 9 tackles. All right, Carroll of Ozark. They went to Headland, who Charles Simpson has this week.
Right.
Didn't see this one coming. 42-8.
Although I will say, I really thought Carroll was setting themselves up nicely for a good football year, because you and I called them last year.
Yep.
And Charles Henderson played them last year, and they had sophomores and juniors all over the field last year and had a ton of kids coming back. So I thought Carroll was setting themselves up for a really good football year. So it surprised me so far through 6-7 games, the struggles that Carroll has had. So maybe they just finally put a whole game together.
Exactly, because it looks like, Headland is not a pushover.
No.
And Carroll beat them 42-8.
Yeah.
Peyton Plott, he threw for 3 touchdowns and ran for another to help Carroll beat Headland in the 5A Region 2, clinching a state playoff berth. So Carroll is going to be in the playoffs.
Yep.
Plott connected on a touchdown pass of 25 and 10 yards to Carson Edwards and 52 yards to Dakota McLeod. Plott also scored on a 2-yard touchdown run.
I'll tell you, man, I'm going to stick by my guns here. They got a lot of players coming back from last year. This Dakota McLeod catching all these, and Plott, and nobody wants to run into them.
No,
they may be just gelling at the right time.
And sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Man. Speaking of gelling, Ayrton 49, Abbeville 0. Man, they improved 7-1, 5-0 in region play, but man, they got a barn burner that's coming up Friday night. We're going to get in that in just a second.
Yep.
But Adrian Garris completed 9 of 18 passes for 227 yards. Defensively for Ayrton, Christian Brown had 7 tackles, including 4 for a loss. Sin also had 7 tackles, while McGuire had 6, and Trevor McLaughlin had 4. All right, Geneva County went over to Zion Chapel, beat them 34-12. Isaiah Hutchinson ran for 244 yards on them. Caden Hutchinson also scored a few touchdowns.
Okay.
And then our friends over in Crenshaw County, Highland Home 36, Barber County 14.
Yeah.
On our way over there, we said we thought this would be 70-0.
So kudos to the Highland Home staff for letting the younger kids play.
Yeah, exactly. And then at the end, which you'll see in just a second, they scored on their last 2 possessions to make it 14, which is good.
Against probably 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Yep, exactly. But just to talk a little bit about Highland Home, Jalen Merrill threw a 9-yard touchdown pass to Larry Wilson for a 43-yard scoring play. He also threw one for 81 yards to Zaquavius Johnson, and he had a few other receptions for about 23 yards. So pretty good night for Highland Home.
Yep.
All right, down the road, Enterprise at Dothan. Now, this is a crazy game.
Yeah.
Everybody on the pick sheet, most of them, man, they picked Dothan.
And it's a heated rivalry.
And I even heard that the players didn't even shake hands.
I heard that too.
In the middle of the field.
And confirmed it through video.
The
captains went out for the coin toss, had the coin toss, and Enterprise
tried to shake their hands.
Enterprise captains stuck their hands out to shake the Dothan captains, and the Dothan captains turned away and went to
but by the end of the game,
bad blood.
Yeah, bad blood. The Wildcats, they scored on their first 3 series and set the tone early. Continued to roll out and blew them out 51-28, and I'm assuming because of that incident at the beginning of the game, that's probably the reason you see the 51
on the board. That's right.
Exactly. The victory maintained Enterprise reaches recent tradition. Now listen to this, folks.
Go ahead.
Enterprise has won in Rip Hughes Stadium 17 times in their last 20 games there.
Rip Hughes has been good to them.
Yes, including 9 of the last 10 trips, which includes wins over Northview Cougars and Dothan, which
Yep.
now
they're one. Yeah.
But anyway, a couple of stats. Quarterback Aiden White scored on a 2-point conversion play to make it 8-0 early in the game. Wildcats finished with 308 yards rushing with a trio to Griffin and Johnson, and White doing most of the damage. Griffin had 132 yards rushing. Johnson had 105, and White 68.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Yep.
All right.
What about our game?
Last one, yeah, last
did.
one. Charles Henderson 34, Eufaula 7. What a great game. We had a great time there.
We did.
Another shout out to Joey Brandon and Zane Johnson, and just great game, good time.
Yep.
Region championship battle, buddy.
It was.
Big battle. Parker Adams completed 13 of 22 for 132 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Zach Coleman, he rushed on 63 yards on 11 carries. Even the youngster, Terrence Thomas, fought his way for a 3-yard touchdown. Freshman now. And Nick Pearson, he had probably the best punts of his career in such a crucial game because, man,
big time punts.
In them back big time.
Yeah.
Parker, he threw passes of 56 yards to Mosley for a touchdown, 36-yard pass to Stephon Mosley, and even Jawan Boyd caught a 4-yard touchdown pass. To me, Neil, the key to the game was when Quay Scott put Charles Henderson High School up 14-0 when he stepped in front of a Copeland Cotton pass, raced it down to your sideline 45 yards. Was
Pick
that big?
six.
Exactly. Folks,
Pick six.
You can smell it in the air. And speaking of Quay, check out this. He also had 5 tackles.
Yep.
Not only that pick 6, but he had another interception. 2 interceptions. 1 forced fumble, 2 quarterback hurries on that great quarterback they had.
Yeah.
Baby, that's Marco's Pizza Player of the Week. So,
Yes, sir.
Quay Scott, you are Marco's Pizza Player of the Week for this week. Congratulations. Just call and tell them.
Call Marco's Pizza. Tell them you're the Sports Chat with Neil and Wally Player of the Week, and they will fix you up a large one-topping pizza. All you got to do is go through the drive-thru and pick it up.
Exactly. All right. That's our recap for the games. Do we need to go ahead and do this?
Yeah, we need to take a
commercial break.
Yeah.
So we'll be right back. Don't turn that dial.
What in the world, man? I come over to check on things. What are you doing trying to beat that bush up?
Neil, my trimmer battery went dead, so I had to get this bat and try to trim this up.
You're not going to be able to knock it out with a bat. You got to call professional bush trimmers like Blake Turner with Turner Mowing. 465-0600. Call Blake Turner. You're going to fall off that ladder, man. Just quit right now. Let's call Blake Turner. Hey, call Blake Turner 465-0600 for all your yard needs. Man, what's that noise? What are you doing with that air conditioner heating unit?
Neil, my air conditioner went out last night, and I tell you what, I watch YouTube, and I know how to do all this stuff now.
You heard, Wally, this could be really dangerous, man. You need to call Matt Johnson with Stone Cold Heating and Cooling. 268-0917. Licensed, insured, and bonded. You need to call Matt Johnson, Wally.
Hey, Neil, what does this red thing do?
Don't pull on the red wire. That could be dangerous, man. What'd you do? Don't pull on that red wire. Good gravy. Now you've done it. Call Matt Johnson with Stone Cold Heating and Cooling. Wally, what are you doing in the cornfield, man?
Get some corn, dude.
Corn? Yeah. You can't get people's corn. That's against the law. Why don't you go to Piggly Wiggly on 231 or Greenot where it's fresh produce? Come on, man. Now, isn't this better? Air conditioning. Look at all this produce, man. Here we are at Piggly Wiggly on 231. Also, best butcher in Pike County, Reader's Choice 2020.
You know this guy?
Yeah, I know. Wally, what are you doing, man? What in the world?
Nice Bronco.
Why are you hugging the Bronco at Bill Jackson Ford?
Because I want a Bronco, brother.
Are you going to buy it?
Yeah, I think so.
Jeez.
Well, you can't just be out here hugging vehicles. You got to talk to the salespeople. What are you doing?
Kicking the tire. You know they say you got to kick the tire before you buy a new one.
You guys kick the tires. Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama. Also, Bill Jackson Chevrolet across the street. Hey, they got new vehicles on the lot. Come see them. Man, I'm up here at Southern Grill and Patio. Look at all these big green eggs, all these accessories, man. It's all you want with the big green eggs. Wally!
Neil, look at the size of this big old green egg here, man. Look at this thing.
Man, that's a big old green egg. You can't get a green egg that big unless you're a platinum green egg dealer like they are at Southern Grill and Patio. Check out this new store up here on Grundy Street, right next to Troy Cable, along with Town and Country. Come visit the new store, the new layout. Look at all these big green egg accessories over here. Come see them at the new location on Grundy Street. Get you a big green egg, because I'm going to get me one. Mr. Beard. Got my beard ready.
Who is that, man?
ZZ. ZZ Top, man. One of them passed away, didn't they? I don't know which one it was.
Yep.
I like that. Hey, before we get into the scores and the upcoming games, we got a text. We need to announce that the Troy 12U tackle football is the #1 seed headed in the playoffs, and also that same 12U tackle football team is going to be participating in a league tournament in South Carolina the weekend of November the 11th, and those kids are going to be going around to Troy businesses trying to get sponsorships and donations to help out with the trip. So help those little kids out, those 12U kids. They're doing a good job right there. And, just remember, they need some help.
We had another sports fan give a trivia. If the Jacksonville Jaguars are sometimes called the Jags, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are sometimes called the Buck.
Never heard anything else. Is that a riddle?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Never heard that before.
I guess that was...
Maybe that person sent me another.
Maybe so.
The end of the riddle.
Hey, here are the scores from last Friday night. Enterprise 51, Dothan 28, as Wally said. Rehoboth 22, Greenville 7. Whew. How long has it been since Rehoboth beat Greenville?
Man, it's been years.
Catholic 64, Bullock County 0. Andalusia 49, Slocum 0. Strawn 56. Strawn's having a great year, aren't they?
Yeah.
New Brockton 7. Laverne 28, Goshen 21. Wally recapped that one for you nicely. Geneva County 28, Zion Chapel 12. GW Long 35, Cottonwood 28. Faith Academy 41, Pike Liberal Arts 0. Disclaimer right here, we couldn't find any stats on Pike Liberal Arts. We were unable to call any kids' names. The Dothan Eagle, Troy Messenger, just, I don't know. Maybe they're going to get an article out there later tonight or tomorrow or whatever. Maybe we can do it on our social media account.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that.
But we didn't leave Pike Lib out on our calling these kids' names on purpose. We just didn't see anything.
Yeah,
we didn't see anything. Faith Academy 41, Pike Liberal Arts 0. Houston County 35, Pleasant Home 21.
And Carroll 42, Helen 8. Chuck High 34, Eufaula 7. Geneva 35, Dale County 7. Houston Academy 52, Providence 7. Op 33, Daleville 7. Highland Home 36, Barber County 14. Wicksburg 48, Sampson 10. Remember that one, folks.
Yeah.
Ayrton 49. Abbeville 0, Elba 62, Georgiana 28, which I could not believe that. Crenshaw Christian 39, and Coosa 0, and could not get stats also for our Crenshaw Christian family over there, but hopefully I can get it pretty soon.
Okay. All right. What about the upcoming games? You want to go ahead and move forward with those?
Yeah, let's move for the upcoming games.
Do you want to tell who won last week before we do, or after?
We'll do it after, because I got to tell what the games of the week are.
Okay, all right. Hey, upcoming games. Brantley hosts Pleasant Home. Enterprise hosts Opelika. Bullock County hosts Geneva. Dothan is off this week. Geneva County hosts Sampson. As Bulldog Johnny said, Pike County is off this week. Kinston hosts McKenzie. Pike Liberal Arts is at Liberty County, Florida. That's a change in the schedule, so everybody make note of that. Pike Liberal Arts at Liberty County, Florida. Slocum hosts Montgomery Academy. Highland Home is at Lafayette. And Daleville is at Providence. And the big one, while he keeps mentioning, Ayrton at Wicksburg.
Okay. Charles Henderson at Headland. Eufaula at Rehoboth. New Brockton hosts Ashford. Houston Academy at Opp. Crenshaw Christian at Southern. Zion Chapel at Cottonwood, Goshen hosts Lynette, Andalusia at Booker T. Washington, Greenville at Carroll, Luverne hosts Reeltown, and Elba hosts Florala. And now
before you give your games to pick this week, tell us all about last week.
Last week, folks, it's been in the trenches the last 3 weeks. I mean, it has been the trenches.
Tough picking.
Yeah, somebody said the other day, is Neil making you put those games up there? Because normally I can get 6
easy picking.
But anyway, our good buddy, David Hennigan, who is our film guy. I mean, he's
with us everywhere we go.
Everywhere, pretty much part of the family.
But he went undefeated.
And got it with the lowest without going over.
Closest to the point.
And we had like Derek Bell and his wife also. There was a bunch that had I think the key was the majority of folks had Eufaula.
I noticed that.
So
the majority, and I would say going into Friday night, Eufaula was probably a heavy favorite.
Yeah.
Just going off history.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this week, another trench games, a bunch of trench games. Luverne hosts Reeltown. I think that's going to be a real good.
That's right.
Neil and I called Reeltown against Goshen.
Yep.
Charles Henderson at Headland. Does Charles Henderson fall asleep this game after that big win? You follow?
Could be on cruise control.
And I think this next game is playoff potential. Goshen hosts Lynette. I think that's going to be can Goshen win get in the playoffs.
Yep.
And then this is a good game. Crenshaw Christian at Southern Academy. Going to be a real good game. And then the game of the week, and this is for the region championship. Ayrton is driving down to Wicksburg, who is strong. They are both 5-0. Whoever wins this will win the region.
That's right.
So Wicksburg's only game they lost was the Rehoboth.
That's right. So we got Laverne, Reeltown, Charles Henderson, Headland, Goshen, Lynette, Crenshaw Christian, Southern Academy, Ayrton, and Wicksburg. Do we need one more, you reckon?
We could, though.
Or are you okay with that?
Give us one more. Who you like?
I like Houston Academy at Op.
Well, we'll do that. Houston Academy
because
at Op.
As Bulldog Johnny was saying, that's for the top region game in that region.
I'm putting it on there right now, brother. Houston Academy at Op.
At Op.
Oh,
so that'll be double duty on the region championship games.
Yep. At Op. There you go. Hey, and you're going to love. People have been loving my little pictures I put on there. I changed it up this year. I change some Hollywood character every year.
Yeah.
I mean, every week. You're going to love this one this coming up week.
I got you.
All right.
I got you.
Okay.
So, hey, it'll be some tough picking this week now. Tough picking. Hey, Troy hosting the Southern Miss Eagles yesterday over at the Vet. Southern Miss is a newcomer to the Sun Belt, and our Trojans welcome them by putting a nice whipping on them. And the Trojans win 27-10. Jared Dagey got the start over Gunnar Watson, who is still in concussion protocol. Dagey's no slouch, though. He merely leads the country in all active current passing yardage. Yesterday for the Trojans, he was 17 for 23 for 237 yards and a touchdown. He did throw 2 ugly interceptions, though, but he got over that. Kamani Vidal led the Trojans on the ground. He ran it 17 times for 79 yards and a touchdown. D.K. Billingsley, who had a hot hand the last couple of games, also had 10 carries for 32 yards and a touchdown. The Troy Trojan defense was stellar, my friends. They had 3 interceptions yesterday, only allowed 157 yards through the air and 48 on the ground. Troy's home again next weekend. They host Texas State, who just happened to have beat App State yesterday. That game next Saturday is at 2:30 at the Vet. We need to get our last commercial break in.
Yeah, let's get our last commercial break and then we'll come back.
We'll be right back, folks.
Breaker 19, Breaker 19, I got cleared for a takeoff in Troy.
Whoa, Mr. Neal, Mr. Neal, what is he doing?
I don't know what he's doing. Wally, you don't have a pilot's license. I've already told you. I'm sorry, ma'am. Look, you got a CDL license. You need to call Tyler Transport at 566-7474. They're hiring every day. Those beautiful 18-wheeler rigs got those glide packages. Call Tyler Transportation if you need a job driving. Here I come, Get out here. Good gravy. Hey, what are you doing, man? What in the world? What's happening? Unbelievable. Back up. Put it in reverse. I need a mechanic. Unbelievable. What have you done in there that caused all that smoke? I watched a YouTube video. Unbelievable. You got to take the thing to Road Mart where they know how to fix vehicles, a mechanic. Take the vehicle to Road Mart on 231 North. Don't be like Terry, Wally. 566-3413, Road Mart, 231 North in Troy. It's so good to be back at Preston. I'm so hungry. I'm hungry too. You ready? What are you doing?
Kelly Tater.
What are you doing? Wally, that's somebody's food.
What kind of nut are you?
I'm so sorry. He gets in a trance when we come to Preston. I apologize. He is a nut job. Hey, snap out of it, man. Oh, that's not yours.
Oh, we're Preston's on.
Come out to Preston's and get your own Kaylee Tater. Man, hey, what are you not coming in to get some Crow's chicken and brundage?
I need some nugget sauce, man.
I'd like a nugget dinner with extra sauce and roll. Don't worry about him. He's all standing up in the door.
Lord bless it. Nugget dinner.
We're going to eat it here. Crow's and brundage.
Crows and brundage.
Well, hey there, Mr. Wally. How you doing?
Doing well.
Good. How'd you get in here?
I better not tell you.
They don't even open till 4.
Well, I'm waiting to hear Mr. Winnie Traver play, and I'm going to give him one of these bad boy steaks that they've won an award for.
Best steak in the state. Also, best catfish awards a couple years in a row. Hey, my personal favorite is the fried shrimp and the cheese grits. Also, not mentioning the cheese biscuits that come out before the meal. You're going to love that.
I know.
And a little live music, like you said, Mr. Lenny Traylor, you can't beat it down at the old barn in Goshen, Alabama. Come see them.
Come see us.
That hurts.
What's wrong now?
Is that a rattlesnake? Rattlesnake done bit me.
Unbelievable. Well, why are you at Southern Animal Hospital with Dr. Steve Barron?
Dr. Barron told me he had some antivenom for
Oh
me.
my goodness. Now he does have a vaccine for dogs to help protect from venomous snake bites. He also has antivenom to help protect animals from snake bites, but not for humans. Goodness gracious, we got to go to the ER.
Happy and so satisfied.
Banana Rama.
Sounds like Banana-Rama, don't it?
Is that dope smoking group you always talk about?
It is. The Mary Jane girl.
Yeah. Level 3, 6 months monitoring.
Yeah.
Supervised evaluation.
Probably treatment.
Good.
Just straight to treatment, man.
Unbelievable.
What happened to Alabama yesterday?
Oh my goodness, man. Alabama. Hey, before I get to Alabama though,
Yeah.
shout out to Talladega College Marching Band. They came to the
Okay.
vet and
Great
did a
show.
Great show, man. We had a good time watching that.
Yep.
Thank you for coming.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Alabama. They hosted Texas A&M. Texas A&M beat Alabama last year and almost beat them again this year.
Woo, last play.
Alabama tips away a pass at the goal line on the last play of the game to secure the 24-20 win. Neil's just a kicking nightmare. We missed so many field goals. It kind of just reminded me
You know,
of the past.
that kid's been hitting all his field
Yeah,
goals.
you know, he's from Hoover. Had a great season.
He's been making them all. What happened?
You miss one, it gets in your head.
It's like putting in golf. ain't it?
It is. You get the yips and
Yeah.
yaps or whatever you call it. Bryce Young again didn't play, that means he must be really hurt if he did not get in there.
Yeah.
Jalen Milroe, how do they pronounce it?
Milroe.
Milroe. Jalen Milroe got the start. Milroe fumbled it several times, but did just enough to push the Tide over the top. He was 12 for 19 for 111 yards with 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. He also rushed the ball 17 times for 87 yards. I guess that's his go-to thing.
He's a runner.
The lead running back for the Tide was Jamar Gibbs with 21 carries and 154 yards. He carried the banana, buddy.
He's special.
Easy, he had him.
He's special.
McClellan also had 10 carries for 32 yards. The Alabama defense had their worst game defending the pass. They gave up 2 touchdowns and, listen to this, folks, 253 yards throughout the air. Alabama is at old Rocky Top next week. Hate those snitches. They stink. That guy, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But anyway, they play Rocky Top, Knoxville. Tennessee has their best chance against the Tide, like you said, I think, in 11 years. I'm going to be honest with you, the first time in 11 years. I'm really scared this time.
They've had Tennessee's number for so long.
So long. Does it turn? Does the cake get tumbled over?
I think it all.
Saturday.
I think it all hinges on if Bryce Young is healthy.
They will not be.
If Milroe, I'm not saying Milroe's a bad quarterback, but if Milroe doesn't get it together and Bryce Young doesn't play, then that Rocky Top. Auburn made the trip over to Athens, took on the number 2 ranked Bulldogs. got clobbered 42-10. By the way, the two basketball schools finally got their losses yesterday. Kansas falls from the unbeaten, and Kentucky did too. Braves play Tuesday afternoon. Braves and Phillies Tuesday afternoon. Phillies eliminated the Cardinals. Watch those Braves. They got to take care of those Phillies. See you next week, folks.
See ya.